Welcome back to the channel, people. I'm Seb. This is To Live is to Suffer. Today we're going to be reviewing a video, how not to take things personally. Let's go.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Great. Welcome to this match.
Great.
This match will take exactly 18 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and you're all part of the same team.
Okay.
Mechelen. Okay?
Excellent.
Hey guys, I would like to see fair play on the field, respect and positivity.
Okay, so before I get into this, people, the only toll that I ask you to pay to cross this bridge is to like and subscribe. I come across this video, it had 21 million views. It's talking about how not to take things personally. I've not watched the video in full. I just saw the metrics on it. For 21 million people have seen the video, there must be something good that I can share with my channel viewers. And I also know that become a great man and a productive member in society, which is the problem that I'm trying to resolve here to help you to become great men. I know that you can't be out here taking things personally. You've got to have a steel armor on. You have to be able to just let things slide, show some flex, and let people just, things just have to be water off a duck's back. So you can't take things personally if you want to be a great man. And if 21 million people have seen the video, let's see what 21 million people think if it's aligning with this channel.
Is that okay for everyone?
Go.
Cool. Good luck. 1 year ago, I decided I wanted to become a football referee.
Okay.
Not because of the money, though. I only get paid 20 euros per match, so I won't really get rich by it, will I? No. I decided to become a referee for two other reasons. One, to stay in good shape.
Yes.
Two, because I wanted to learn how not to take things personally.
Yeah, the refs get plenty of
I can
stick.
see some people nodding. You're probably thinking
I'm
being a
nodding
referee is the perfect environment.
I actually didn't think about that, but that is actually a really good profession if you want to learn how not to take things personally. I endorse that message. That is a profession I would never have thought of, but as he says it now, I'm starting to lean towards what these 21 million people, why they found this interesting. Let's go.
Environment to learn how not to take things personally, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because the spectators hardly ever shout encouraging or positive things. No.
Yes.
Oh, what do they shout? Come on.
Yeah.
Are you blind?
Yeah.
The referees,
Good.
Awanga.
As a referee, I'm the scapegoat.
Yes.
Apparently, I'm always wrong. It's always my fault.
Yes.
And I wanted to learn
Very
how
good.
not to take all this personally.
Absolutely. That's hilarious. Hilarious.
Because I really struggle with this. For example, when I drive slowly because I'm trying to find a specific location and somebody is just driving behind me, I feel hunted, especially when they start honking and flashing their headlights. I take it personally. I know I shouldn't, but it just...
When somebody is pulling you down the road like that, just indicate, get out the way and let them go past. You don't know what's going on in their life. Don't try to compete with people and you don't know the pressure, what they're going through in their life. They could be racing to get to the hospital. They could have somebody dying in the back of their car. Like, don't keep speeding and try to stay away from them. Just indicate, pull over, slow down, let them go about their business. Don't let Satan into your life. That could be Satan on your tail trying to trigger you into making a mistake to mess your life up. You got to understand, when you're on the pathway to becoming a great man, your face is on the board in hell, yeah? Your face is on the management meeting board as a target in hell by Satan and his demons. So when you see that person driving behind you, honking their horn, flashing their lights, that's the demons that Satan sends out to you from the management meeting to pull you down, because he knows you're on the pathway to becoming a great man and a success because you watch this channel and you like and subscribe. So let's keep going.
It happens. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Or when somebody cancels an appointment last minute, I get the feeling that I'm not important enough. Again, I take it personally.
Yeah. Last
Even
minute
professionally.
cancellation.
I'm a public speaker like tonight. This is what I do. I give keynote speeches, and I
Yes.
really like it as long as I can draw my audience into my story.
Yes.
Because the very moment I see somebody is not paying attention, for example, when somebody is looking at his smartphone, it just happens. I take it personally. Relax. You are safe tonight. Don't worry. Feel free to take your smartphones, and you can even start talking to your neighbor. I will not take it personally. Why not? Because now, here and now, I'm very conscious that this can happen. And more importantly, I have a strategy to deal with it.
Let's hear.
So tonight, I would like to share this strategy with you.
Well done.
Are you interested?
Share. I'm interested.
Cool.
You lot interested too?
Because I guess I'm not the only person in this room.
Hold on, people. I'm interested. You're interested. We interested. Hear what the man's going to say.
Who sometimes takes things personally, right? Imagine you invite a friend to go to the movies and she replies, "Oh, sorry, I have to work." But you see a picture on social media of her having dinner with some friends that very night.
Cut you deep, my youth. That cut you deep.
Or imagine you really have worked very hard on a project. You're really proud of the end result, but the only thing you get is criticism.
Right.
So you come home and you would like to wind down and share this terrible experience. But while you're telling your story, the other one walks away to switch on the TV. Now, who would take one of these situations personally? Show me hands. Come on.
Me. Show hands.
Lots of you.
Yeah, I would.
Why?
Because it cuts us, homie.
Why do we take things personally?
Because it hurts. That's why. Because it hurts.
Somebody says or does something and bam, we feel hurt.
Yes.
Neglected, offended.
That's what I just said. Because it hurts. That's why we take it personal. We take that ish personal because it hurts.
Betrayed by the other one.
Lord, don't let me get started on betrayal. Please don't let me touch on betrayal on this channel. It's going to open up too much. I'm going to have to spend too much time making videos if we start going on about betrayal. Too much.
That's what we believe, though. It's the other person's fault.
Yeah,
he's responsible for what we feel. He's the one to blame.
Yeah.
Now, hang on. Hang on. Who says that?
It's their fault. Yes, it is. Yes.
Which part of us is speaking?
Dirty side.
It's our ego.
That's what I just said. The dirty side. For those of you in the cheap seats, the dirty side is Jamaican lingo for ego, I guess. It's the ego speaking. The dirty side of it is the piece that's speaking, that blames and says it's their fault. It's the ego, but the dirty side or the dirty side.
Our ego thinks that others should take us into consideration. Our ego doesn't want to be criticized. Hell no. Our ego wants to be acknowledged.
Stroked.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Is this what you want?
Yeah.
Do you want to be right? That's exhausting. When my ego takes over, I'm fighting all day. I'm in a constant struggle with the rest of the world. And it drains my energy. Wouldn't it be so much easier to not take things personally? Because then no one has power over you. You're free. Wow. You experience much more harmony and connection between you and other people. Of course, because your energy can go towards nice things instead of endlessly battling against the things that drive you crazy. So the question is, do you want to be right?
I agree.
Or do you want to be happy?
I want to be both.
I know what some of you are thinking. I will make sure I will be happy by being right.
That's right. You want to be both, homie.
Well,
you want to be both.
How do you do it? How to become happy by...
Forget about being happy out here on this channel, yeah? To become a great man, F-U-C-K to happiness. I don't like to swear, but I can spell it out. I'm not interested about being happy. What I'm interested about is being proud of my achievements, proud of working hard every day, proud of coming home being exhausted, proud of keeping my promises, proud of paying my bills. I want to be proud of the hard work that I put in to become a great man and being the best that I can be. Happiness is for children and people in love and puppies. Yeah, happiness is not for great men. Great men are not into happiness. You don't feel happy by doing your duty. Do your duty and be proud of doing your duty. And to do your duty requires pain and suffering, because to live on earth is to suffer on this earth. So forget about happiness, people, yeah? Happiness is for wimps.
Not taking things personally. You are standing at the kickoff of the match of your life, the match by which you will learn how to stop taking things personally.
Right.
So as a referee, I brought my coin for the toss. And every coin has two sides, heads or tails. And they stand for two strategies. Two strategies to no longer taking things personally.
What are those? Let's hear them.
Sir, good evening. You're the captain of this huge team. You can choose heads or tails.
Heads.
Okay?
Choose heads. Tails.
You're lucky, it's heads.
Wow.
Are you ready for the first strategy?
Let's go.
Okay.
Strategy number
Here
one.
Comes. First strategy. It's not about me.
Hey.
What do you mean it's not about me?
Well, I just said, hey.
This sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because when I take things personally, I'm convinced it is about me.
Yeah, it's about me.
When I see someone is looking at his phone, I feel offended. I think, hey, I've put so much effort and time in this presentation.
Yes.
I want respect. I think
hey.
Me, myself, and I.
Hey.
Sounds familiar, no?
Yes.
Yeah. But in fact, it isn't about me. What if I try to look at it from the other person's perspective?
Perspective is very good. I like when people use the word perspective, yeah? Try to look at things from the other person's perspective. You have perception and another no. The other person has a perception, I have a perspective. If I have perspective, I go to the other person's side and look back on myself. If I have perception, I'm looking at the other person and perceiving. But what you want to do is have that greatness in you, which is take yourself and wear another person's hat, which is switch places and look in the other person's shoes and have their perspective to look back on what they see on you. And looking through the prism of their eyes, maybe you don't see things the way you see yourself.
Asking myself, why? Why is he or she looking at his or her smartphone? Maybe he has just received an important message, one he has been waiting for.
Yes.
Or
that is perspective. When you take yourself and put yourself in the other person's shoes, like he's saying, maybe that person just got some bad news. Maybe that person just got some great news. It's better than what's going on in your particular life right now. So you have to understand their perspective of their attention's just taken away. They might not be just ignoring you. They might be not just be rolling their eyes while they're in the crowd looking at their smartphone. They might be getting some great news or some really bad news, but you don't understand because you're not looking at life through their perspective. So don't take things personal. I like what he's saying so far. I do like it. I understand this premise. I understand the premise of perspective because I'm already a wealthy and a great man, and I'm here to solve that problem for you and teach you guys how to become great men. The only toll that I ask you to pay to cross the bridge is to hit that like and subscribe button. So keep doing that so YouTube can push this channel out to more like-minded men to become great men, to become productive members of society. But people focus on trying to have perspective.
The topic of my presentation is not really his cup of tea. Could be. Or on the contrary, he finds it very interesting and he wants to take notes on his smartphone. Very smart to do that, by the way.
Yes.
I simply need to shift my focus from me to we. And I won't take it personally. If I try to see the intention of the other one.
I like that. The solutions have to be simple. Switch your focus from me to we and try to understand the other person's perspective. I didn't have that tool. I now have that tool, and I think I'll use that one. Switch your focus from me to we. Understand what the other person's going through. Take their perspective away from your perception. Understand this, I'll say it slowly. Perception is your view, your world view of the situation. Perspective is when you go into the other person's shoes, look back at you through their eyes, through the prism of what they're going through their emotions, through what's going on in their life, whether they're having a bad day, a good year, a good month, a terrible year, whether they've experienced a terrible loss in their life or they're being sick. You've got to look through their perspective to understand why they're treating you the way they're treating you, why they're talking to you the way they're talking to you, why they're being grumpy, why they're being upset, why they're being criticizing of you, why they're being negative of you. You got to understand their perception. So to do that, you have to flip it from me to we. I like that one.
I make space for understanding instead of irritation. Does this ring a bell with you?
Yeah.
When you put your son to bed, but he doesn't want to,
Good video
he
so
throws
far.
himself on the floor, kicking and screaming, "I hate you!"
Yeah.
Do you take that personally?
No,
you don't, because you know this is not about me.
Not about
It's
me,
about
yeah.
what he wants, what he needs.
Yes.
He's angry because he...
That is a very, very great example. You don't take it personally when you see a little kid on the floor kicking and screaming, "I want this, I want chocolate, I want cookies, I want biscuit, I want to go out to play in the rain, in the snow where you can bruck in it and bruck your foot." You know it's not about you. You know it's their perspective, their childish perspective, what they have on life, where they don't know danger, where they don't know the sweetie's going to rot in their teeth, where they don't know if they've just had their dinner and they eat a bag of sweets that they're going to get sick. You understand that they don't have the requisite understanding of life, so you don't take it personal because you understand the child's perspective is one of lack of knowledge and lack of danger. But if an adult is being negative, being critical of you or so on and so forth, doing things that you don't like, you do tend to take it personal. We tend to take it personal because we don't understand the other person's perspective. But I think what you've got to learn in this video is to turn me into we and think about what the other person is going through to try to understand their perspective of life, and then you won't take things so personal. That's good tools to have in your arsenal to becoming a great man.
He just wants to stay up a bit longer. That's all.
Yeah.
So the first strategy to not take it personally is it's not about me.
Not about me.
At the other person's intention.
Got you. Yes.
When a driver is tailgating and flashing his lights, he
Yes.
probably does it because he's in a hurry.
That's
it's
what I
not
said.
about me.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. Let him pass.
It's as simple as that.
Let him pass. As simple as that.
In theory. Because
No.
real life, it turns out to be a hell of a job.
It's hard.
Do you have any...
It is hard. It's not simple. It's hard. But practice makes permanent, people. Practice makes permanent. Try to look at things from other people's perspective and turn me into we thinking. I do like that.
idea, ladies and gentlemen, how many thoughts our brain produces a day?
How many? Million.
50,000.
Million.
And guess how many of them are
Of
positive?
thoughts.
Only 10,000.
Wow.
So this means that's 80%.
Quickly, how much? Oh, I was about to say how much percentage is 10,000 or 50 for those of you in the cheap teats, but yeah, he's about to give the answer. 80% would be negative thoughts then.
Of what we think are negative thoughts. That's a lot, isn't it?
Oh, not in my head.
When you see two colleagues talking to each other and just then they look at you and they start laughing,
Oh,
do you
Lord.
think, oh,
Yeah,
they
that's
must
about
have
me.
noticed my new shoes and they
Yeah.
want them too.
Yeah.
Now,
Haters.
What do you
Haters.
think? Darn, they're laughing at me.
Yeah, I think they're laughing at me. They're chatting about me. Yo, don't chat about me. Allow it. Yeah. Don't mutter two words. Look at me and laugh. Allow it. I'll diss you. Don't do that. Don't do that.
They're gossiping about me.
They are.
So
Don't
it
do
takes a lot of effort to correct yourself and say, hang on, I have
Correct
no
nothing.
clue.
No.
They might be laughing about something
No,
that has
they're
nothing
not.
to do with
They're
me.
laughing at you. Don't try it.
So
Don't
seeing
try.
the positive intention of the other one
Don't try it.
requires a lot of discipline.
It is.
and
It
training.
does. Training, yeah. Discipline
And that's
training.
why I became a referee.
It's a good
To
profession.
train my
referee.
brain not to take things personally.
I did the same thing a couple of years ago. Back in the day, I started to go to the casino to gamble a little bit, and I noticed I went there to the casino to become neutral to winning and losing. When you go to the casino and people win and they hit, their number lands, on the red, 33, you hear them, woo, yeah, they scream out for joy, they won, they hit the number, yeah, and then when you hear them lose, you don't hear nothing. You hear silence. You see them walk away from the table, trying to slide out without no one seeing them. Like they got too many highs and too many lows, too many swings. I went to the casino to train myself to be neutral towards winning and losing. When I hit the number, I shrug my shoulders, don't say nothing. When I lose, I shrug my shoulders, don't say nothing. I wanted to be neutral towards winning and losing, and the casino really helped me do that for a couple of years, until I could understand that I can balance my emotions towards winning and losing. What this man has done, he didn't want to take things personal, so he put himself in a stressful environment in a profession, what could help to train him to not take things personally. If I had a problem with taking things personally, I think going to be a referee in a football game or any kind of high sports, high intensity game is a really good profession if you want to actually refine that skill. So I agree. I did a similar kind of thing with winning and losing, because I didn't want to. I'm in a profession. I'm in build contracting, mostly in the build contracting game, and you can lose a lot of money and you can win a lot of money, but you can't cry when you lose. Sometimes you lose a lot. Yeah, all you have to do is win just a little bit more than you lose. That's kind of the contracting game in business. You just want to win just a little bit more than you lose, but you have to lose, and lose often in business. You have to condition yourself to losing. Otherwise, you're not gonna work out in business.
I train my brain an hour and a half a week, the entire period of a match. I say this for the football dummies.
Okay.
And now before the match, I'm warming up. Not only physically, but also mentally. I give myself some pep talk in the dressing room. Frederick, watch out. Lots of things will trigger you during the game.
That's right.
You're going to make decisions who some will not agree with. And they will shout unpleasant things at you. So I tell myself, Frederick, don't take it personally.
Gotta look at yourself in the mirror. Yeah.
They just want to be right.
They
simply want their team to win.
That's it.
You see, when I focus on the intention of the other person, there is no need to take it personally.
No need.
When I apply this strategy very consciously, I admit it, I feel much more at ease on the field. When the coach, the players, or the spectators...
Yeah, I think I'm going to draw it to a close right now. I don't want the videos to be like 30, 35 minutes because people kind of lose focus. If you've got this far, people, thank you very much. I want you to pay the small charge that I ask you to cross the bridge, which is to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm Seb. This is my channel, To Live is to Suffer. We've learned some great strategies here. I always knew that you have to understand people's perspective when I think about how they treat you, so we don't take things personally. But a nice little flip side to that is to just, have a nice adage to take it from me to we. I think we've learned that in this video. Instead of focusing on me, focus on we, which is think about the other person's perspective, what they're going through when they're treating you certain ways that you might take personally. Try to stand in their shoes and understand what's going on in their life at their time. And then you might have a little bit more understanding and sympathy and take it less personal. Yeah, that's the aim of this video, to help you become a great man. You must be able to have the tools and the skills not to take things so personal out here in life. All right, people, catch me on the next video.